Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of West Ham Fan TV's Post-Match Pint. The first West Ham Fan TV Post-Match Pint back in the post-match studio. How you doing, boys? Had a good summer?
We see you last week.
Yeah, but I didn't ask you last week. Did you have a good summer?
did.
Did you have a good summer? Good.
Yeah.
Oh, well, fuck
nice.
you then. How'd you have a good week anyway? We're back here. We've just been to the West Ham. We've just been to the West Ham Domzale games. West Ham 3, Domzale 0. Quite an easy win in the end, boys. But Scott, take us through the starting lineup. Only one change, I believe.
No, 2.
Was there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, Adrian. Yeah.
Ran off winning goal for Adrian. Still Antonio right back, Byram left back, Reedy and Oxford in the centre.
What's the intent behind that goalkeeper change?
I just think he done it before, didn't he? He played.
Yeah, but not from one leg to the next.
I think he did.
He did.
Could be wrong. I'm sure Adrian played one and Randolph played the other.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Might be wrong.
Do you think he might just have given him a rest loss because he was obviously come back from the Euros, Randolph?
Yeah, probably.
Extra week off.
But as well, it's getting him, trying to get him back to fit and sharpness, isn't it? And get him used to playing with the newer players that are there.
Yeah, and Reece Oxford stepped in for Nordvelt. Nordvelt stepped into Obiang's boots in the midfield.
And that was the only change.
That was the only change?
Nordvet.
Sorry.
Nordvet, yeah, there's no L.
Is there not?
Put it out, no. It's Nordvet.
Nordvet, sorry, Scandinavian.
We'll call him.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. Everything else was the same. You know, you had Czech and Noble a bit further forward for Gooley, Valencia and Carroll. Yeah.
Okay, so we turned up. It wasn't the bowling, of course. It was our brand new home, first game there.
Looked amazing walking in there.
Yeah, let's have before we get onto the game. Let's have our initial thoughts of, getting to the ground and
walking in there, walking down. It's a bit like a dream, isn't it? Like,
it didn't seem
real.
real.
Our club's got this massive. The stadium's fantastic. You know,
it's very shiny.
Just didn't feel like home, did it?
No.
I know. Once we get used to playing there and all that, it just wasn't home.
It's gonna take a while to get used to it.
Yeah, but it is fantastic.
Was it you said, or you said it felt like when you go away with your mates, you think, we'll go and watch a game.
Yeah,
it felt like you was at an away game, didn't it? Straight away, I felt like I was going when you go to City or the Emirates or something like that. It's but
I mean, saying this was the first game there after.
it's all new for everyone. Everyone was in the same boat, wasn't
But
they?
it's beautiful. Yeah. They've done a very good job. I mean, from building site a few days ago to.
I tell you, I was down there 2 days ago. That place was covered in gates and corrugation, and there was all that was up at the West Ham United was unit. That's it. There was about 10 of them wraps round.
I think they've done more work overnight than what they have in the last 6 months. By the looks of it,
it's crazy.
Yeah, it was all ready. It looked brilliant. I thought.
Yeah.
They just shoved everything in the cupboard.
Yeah,
like all the tools in the cupboard.
Yeah, so we start. It as you said, it's not home, is it? Yet?
Not yet.
But,
not yet.
Bit of bedding in period. Obviously, it was 2-1 down to the first leg. Was there a bit? Could you feel a bit nerves around there?
No,
I couldn't.
I don't think so.
Feel nerves. No.
I know we moaned last week, but I think it done us a bit of a favour for losing 2-1 last week coming into this game.
Yeah, we got the important away goal, and as I said before, with these two-legged games, even in the league structure, the Europa League, as long as you win your own games, you're all right.
Was it important, especially, we've said this before about, obviously, going there now, it's going to feel a bit like an away ground for a little while, even for the players, because it's all new to them as well. They're seeing it for the first time as well as Domzale are seeing it for the first time. Was it important to get that early goal?
Yeah,
I think so.
You know what? I don't know, because I don't
settle the nerves.
Yeah, but also you're not going to have that intensity of what you used to have at the Boleyn, where the crowd can get on your back if things ain't going right.
But the only thing I would say about that is, like, at times today the atmosphere weren't great. It weren't terrible.
It was mixed. I think people were still trying to work out where the atmosphere is going to be, and someone will start a section, the start of a song, but the rest won't carry it on. Yeah. I don't know, and I think someone pointed it out as well. I think there was a lot to do with not serving beer tonight.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
A Premier League game will be a lot different to the atmosphere tonight.
And not being funny, you've got to look at that game as much as it was a competitive match. This is pre-season. Yeah, it's like a friendly. You know, there's a lot of season ticket holders that didn't go. You know, there was a lot of families there. I know we're going to have a lot more families going, but I don't think
you didn't get the core.
Yeah,
you didn't have all the core. Some people still on holiday.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
going to have their regular seat. So, like you say, you're going to get pockets in the ground where you know the atmosphere's going to be. But it was.
And also, what you got to remember, you
No one had their
look
regular
at the
seats
Bobby
tonight.
Moore stand from last season. You look at that corner of the chicken run where it's by the away fans. Them guys may or not be sitting together anymore.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Like you said, it's everyone finding their
Yeah,
feet.
yeah.
It's getting to know people
for
around
the
you as well.
first
Isn't it?
game-
Don't get me wrong. When they come out of the tunnel, Bubbles was loud, but when they sung it again just for kick-off, that was loud.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
And you
That's
could
it.
feel
Yeah.
you could feel the
Well,
atmosphere then.
That's the video I've put up on our Facebook page. You know that
Good little
the
plug.
the first Bubbles. For me, that's the first proper Bubbles. The Bubbles that went around before that weren't. That was the first proper Bubbles, and the whole stadium.
Yeah.
You know,
It was
50
loud.
odd thousand
And
people.
what I did notice as well, as I was walking out the tunnel, there was still a lot of empty seats because people were still trying to find their seats.
Yeah.
I mean, some poor bloke, right? We bought an hot dog. I mean, it must have been that long. Right? I swear my life with a bun about that.
little
big,
bun,
right? Little bun, hot dog that long, right? But some bloke left his ticket on the concession stand, and I said to him, "How's he going to know where he's going?"
Yeah, yeah.
I was going to go and sit in his seat.
There was people coming up at half time, right? Back in at half time, going, was I sitting there?
Yeah.
Was I sitting there? Just working it away.
I think it was getting through Westfield as well. Like,
It's nice though as well because like the queues weren't that bad. It was like toilets, you're in and out. You know, it was the concourses are big. You know,
pay by card.
yeah, that's a
That's
thing.
good as well.
Good for him. He never carried Nicky no cash.
Is it excuses now for not buying around the gob?
He goes, don't take it.
Yeah, but anyway, let's get into a game. We did kind of talk about a
Sorry.
football game, not just a stadium. But yeah, 8 minutes in, we controlled the play very well. I thought Nordvet started very well. I
He
thought
looked solid.
I thought he was
solid. I think he's going to be a big player this season.
Yeah, I thought he was a good player. I thought he'd done some smart things. And then we'll get onto him later in Valencia, but ball comes out to him in Valencia, does a bit of trickery, lays it to Carroll, who then lays it into Kouyaté, just a little deft flick past the keeper. And I just think that I wasn't nervous, but it just settled it all down. You know, we're then back in front. We're going through if it stays like that, and I think it just, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Good goal though.
Yeah,
very,
well
very
worked
slick
goal.
football
Well
in the
worked
build-up.
Yeah,
It was a really well worked goal, you know, and it was a good finish. Yeah, it was a good finish.
I mean, you compare our passing last week to this
Yeah.
week. I mean, we just look so much slicker.
I think having Bilic on the touchline made a big difference as well because
Yeah.
last week he's obviously in the stand. Today he's right. You know what he's like. He's on the edge and he's in their ear all the time. Because the players looked so tired last week, but today in the first 15, 20 minutes they looked a totally different team.
Yeah,
didn't
we look so much sharper this
And
week.
he looked
And
cooler than the other
do you know
manager
what?
as well.
I think it could be the travelling. They've had a week from the travelling now. You know, what I mean,
Yeah.
they've come back from Austria. I know Austria ain't that
the
far.
thing
They've been to America.
But if
they've been
you've
to
got
America.
America back here, Austria back here, and then
A lot
there,
of tra-
you know,
they've done,
yeah.
it's a lot
Yeah,
of
they've done a
travelling.
lot of travelling tonight. To get from the tunnel to the pitch was about. I'm only joking.
But
No,
you know,
but really.
as I said, we started really, really well. I thought.
Yeah, no,
The,
we did.
the only thing for me with the midfield three, I don't know whether you've noted it, quite a few times in the first half, Noble and Norvelt
Nordvet.
was they were sort of
in the same place.
in the same position.
Yeah.
You know, Noble kept. I think Noble was meant to be a bit further forward, but he kept drifting into where.
He played well
No,
today,
that
didn't
was-
he? Noble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we
He
done
was
all right.
sharper,
right.
and he's starting to carry the ball a bit more now, isn't he? Taking people on.
Yeah, I thought it was a good solid start, 1-0. And at Valencia, I can't mention him because some of his wing play tonight was unbelievable.
He actually had a half decent touch tonight.
Yeah, I mean,
some of his wing play was unbelievable, and other bits was unbelievably
unbelievably
shocking.
shocking.
It was the
yeah.
end product.
It's-
Typical
he-
winner, isn't it?
He ran the ball out of play. He tried to do a trick and tricked himself and fell over the ball.
Where was the shot he had? You know, where there was the scramble.
Oh God,
I
And
can't
he
work
was about
it-
6 yards out and he's nearly hit the corner flag.
Jeez, I can't work him out because you can't even say he needs a goal for confidence because I think even if he gets a goal, I just don't think it's going to do anything.
It's
for him.
never done anything
and it's a
for him.
shame because I like Enner Valencia, but I just think now
It wasn't his worst game tonight.
No,
I
no.
thought he actually.
To
he
be honest,
it wasn't his worst game, but he was still poor.
Yeah, to be honest, it's one of the better games he's had for a while, but he was awful.
Yeah. I mean, like Nick was
don't
saying,
think
I
he
think
was awful.
he done
He
some
was
good
poor.
things. He did do some good things.
He laid in 2 goals at the end of the day. It was his.
He could have had a couple himself, really, couldn't he? If he'd have had boots on.
He could have had a hat-trick, to be fair.
Faguli could have had that trick as well.
Yeah, he's another one I'll get onto as well. But just
At
talking
least
about
he got
Enner Valencia.
closer to
So
the
what
goal.
about Enner Valencia now? What are we looking to do? Are we keeping him for squad depth?
We need to keep him. We've got no choice. Can't let him go.
We've got so many wingers coming though. Ayu's meant to be coming. Torre's still out. Obviously, Payet's coming back. He plays in that position.
Yeah, but we still need Enner. Because if Carroll breaks down, who have we got up front?
And that is exactly it. We need 2 more strikers. We can't afford to let anyone go. We need to get in.
Thirsty fella.
You know, we need that 20-30 goal season striker, but then we also need another backup striker before we can even think of letting people
I think
go.
there's a lot of patches that need. Do you know what I think they've done this summer, West Ham? I don't know whether you're going to agree with me. I can't even remember whether I said this last week. But there's 5 or 6 players left, yeah? Like loan deals have expired, obviously. And then you've got a couple of that were released. And what they seem to be doing is like they had Tompkins leave and they've had Song leave, yeah? And they've signed sort of Nodvet to cover both of them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can't do that when you're in this, Europa League last year went out very early and we had a very good season. Surely that says to you like replace at least the pair of them.
Well,
you know
you
what I mean?
look like-
We should have kept Alex Song. Alex Song has gone to like Dynamo Kazan or something like that.
But you look, we let Moses go. We didn't thingy, and we signed Faguli. For me, Faguli seems to be a better player than Moses.
I'll tell you
Time
what.
will tell.
Faguli, no. Do you know what? He's going to be one of the signings of the season.
Yeah, right. So that's that one. We've
sharp.
like you said, Song's gone, and we've got Norvet in. Who else we brought in? Torre.
Tor.
Who else has gone? Who was alone last season?
Uncle.
Oh yeah, Uncle Emanike, yeah. So
Yeah, but we've still got
replaced
plenty of time, haven't we? We've still got the transfer window's going to go mental now.
Yeah,
We're going to get a few players.
At the end of the day, the season's coming now. We've done this last year. Went into a season we was all sitting there going, God, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And then they signed about 5 players on transfer deadline day. Yeah, I don't want it to go to that far because I can't, like, as much as I'd love to say, with the team we've got now, because there's a left back coming in. Santon's come over today to do that. That's expected to be done. That's another loan deal.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just getting a bit peed off with, as I say, like I don't know how you feel, but I'm getting a bit peed off with just patching the side up with loans. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like
but maybe
putting plasters on
maybe
there.
they're getting these loan deals in because they're saving their money for to spend on that striker.
Yeah.
But who that striker is going to be, I don't know.
Well, some
The
of these
thing-
loans
the
will
thing
be
is-
with a view to buy as well.
Yeah. But the thing
Yeah,
is,
but
you're
you
saying
can't-
with
You've got to
the
remember as
left
well, we
back,
signed Lanzini as well, permanent now.
Well, what you got to remember with the left back situation, right? It is the left back's coming in to cover Creswell. You can't sign a left back who's going to be decent enough to start and turn around and say in 6 months' time or whenever he's back, you're not going to be playing.
No,
Creswell's
but what
playing
you
back.
should be doing, Scott, right? And I don't agree with that completely, what you've said there about that, because I think we should be looking to sign people to push the player in their position. Cresswell, like, as much as he's a good player, last season had a couple, and that's it,
Yeah,
of
at the
stinkers,
start,
right? As stinkers.
Yeah.
Now, you can't just rely on Cresswell, as you say, like, yeah, he's been ever present for the last
Totally
2
agree.
seasons, yeah? But he's gone out for 4 months. You should be buying players now. What
Yeah,
we should be doing, we've got a good enough team. What you need to be doing is adding top quality players to that team to push the player in that position. Like, I've got no sentiment. If someone comes in and he's better than Cresswell, Cresswell sits on the bench.
I totally agree. And as I've said this before, you need to have 2 players for every position who are almost as good as each other.
Yeah, but then that's why you got players like Czech and this Nordvet who are utility players who can play at the centre back. You got Ogbonna that can play left back and centre back.
Players,
but you can't have 2 players for every position because you can't keep 11 subs.
Oh no,
happy.
I do agree with you.
Someone will get young and they'll want to
being
go
in the
as well.
Europa League is massive for us because then you can keep them players happy. But centre halves isn't a problem because we've got Bonner and Reed are going to be the starters. Your backups, Collins. Then you got Oxford and Burke. Oxford showed tonight he is a centre back. He has that got. I thought he was one of our best players out there.
I thought he was our best.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
For me, Norvet was the best player on the pitch.
No,
I thought, yeah.
I thought he started very well.
Oxford was superb as well. You know, and centre half we ain't got a problem.
His tackling was unreal tonight.
Yeah. That one
in the box.
That one where he saved Carroll as well.
Reminds
Carroll messed up and the geezer almost went through and he
stretched
got wrong side and didn't he? And he made that tackle.
You're forgetting as well, we've got Pint to come back.
Yeah, and Lanzini,
and
Collins and Ogbonna.
And Torre as well.
Yeah, and Torre.
We've still got a good team.
Yeah, we've got a good squad, but I'm just thinking we should be, instead of patching these up with loans now, this is where we should be, because the money's there, this is where we should be moving on and sort of signing a permanent player to sort of push the players that we've got. You know what I mean? Like, you want to, like, as much as we love the players that we've got, like, everyone loves Pyatt, everyone loves Carroll, everyone loves Noble, everyone loves Ogbonna and Reed. What I want to see now is a player come in who could actually push them out the side, because that's improvement.
I totally agree. I tell you, and the thing is, one thing that we need to learn from last season.
You're talking about someone to come in and push Ogbonna and Reed. You're talking about a 12, 15 million pound player.
But we've just sold one for 10.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You can't keep. That's why these loan deals are a good thing, because you've got more money to spend. Because everyone wants this big 20, 30 goal a season striker. You got to pay big money. Look at Lacazette. If you want someone like Lacazette, you got to pay 45, 50 million.
Yeah, of course.
Backer, you got to pay. You can't pay peanuts for these players.
No, but we've got the money. But what I'm looking at, we need to learn from last season. Our best players are only one bad tackle away from being out injured.
Yeah, but that's anyone. That could be Lionel Messi, Suarez, and Neymar.
We saw this last season when we lost Payet, then we lost Lanzini, then we lost Sacco, then we lost Carroll. We didn't have that quality player to step in and take that role on.
But we didn't lose many.
No, I'm not saying we lost a lot. But what I'm saying is, if we had another player who's not as good as Payet, but has got that bit of creativity, got that little bit of something different.
Yeah.
We turn them draws that we got into wins.
Well, Andre Ayew looks like he could be on
he's
his
different.
way.
Yeah, he's a different player. I'm excited by his arrival because he's just different to what we've got so far. Anyway, listen, we've got to move on. We've still got a game to talk about. Anyway, there's not much to talk about in the game. We controlled the game very well. Second goal came. Check Kayate again. Another well-worked goal.
Good work from Antonio.
Good stuff from Antonio, and Czech was there to prod it in again.
Nice little nod down from Carroll.
Yeah. Set up 2, didn't he? It was 2 assists for Carroll.
Yeah. That's right. And I said it again, Antonio bursting forward. I don't know how many times we've got to keep playing it. That guy's got to get further forward. He can't keep going right.
I thought Byron was brilliant today.
I thought,
I think that maybe we could see when that Santon comes in. I think we might be able to see a switch over to right back for him.
Well, apparently Antonio told Bilic last week, didn't he? Don't want to play right back. Like to see how that went down.
Yeah. But the thing,
to be honest, the thing is, I don't get me wrong. I don't like players moaning. He doesn't come across as the type of kid that'll go in like throwing down his toys at the pram saying I don't want to play and blah blah blah. He's probably gone in there and said, look, boss, I'm more comfortable up. I've made a few mistakes.
Well, that Santon can play left wing back, so maybe we might see 3 at the back, Antonio right wing back, and him left wing back.
But he doesn't. But I think you're entitled to say something when you've been signed as a winger and. All of a sudden, your manager's bleating the next season about I'm going to turn him into the best right wing.
And to be honest,
I don't like it back there. You know what I mean?
To be honest, I think you've got to respect Antonio for going to Bilic and turning around and saying,
and not the press.
Yeah, other players would turn around and sit there and sulk and disappear, and
Bilic strikes me as the sort of manager who wouldn't be like he wouldn't get the young players come in and spoke their opinion in a calm manner, but when they start throwing, say. He's not the type to go and throw his toys out the pram.
Exactly. He said before he'll do anything he has to do to keep that shirt. He wants to play. We want him to play. We all want him to play further forward. He's done us a favour. He's played in that position. He played in that position in the last season because we were short. He's doing it now, but we've got the money. Sign him right back.
I mean, to be fair, moving on, it could have been about 3 or 4 nil at half time, couldn't it?
There was that scramble. Was so I thought Czech had his hat trick. He had one where it was the same thing, wasn't it? It wasn't. He knocked it out. The one where Antonio cut it across, and he was just about an inch away from getting an hat trick. I mean, that would be massive for fucking Czech to get an hat trick.
But down low, didn't they?
Imagine the odds on that if you would have that.
Oh, but then
10-1.
that scramble was ridiculous. Like it was prodding around, and it just fell to Valencia, and all he had to do
side foot.
Side foot. The whole goal to
He shinned it towards the corner flag.
shinned it. He needed it, I think.
Yeah.
It just went like that.
It's like a banana shot. It's like he had wrong boots on the wrong feet.
Like one of them long sausages.
Yeah, that's what it was like.
No,
It's awful. His shooting tonight was like
Second half and all, didn't he?
You never know. I mean, he could get one and then he could go on a run. You know what I mean?
I said to him, he hit that shot at hole, and I never thought he'd miss again. Do you know what I mean? I'm thinking they're going to go big game even 40 yards and all that, and I think, like, when he hit that shot, I thought, God, this is it. He's arrived now. This is the geezer to get us 15 like screamers a season. Yeah, I don't think he's got. He scored a couple against City and a couple against Chelsea.
Bournemouth, didn't he?
Yeah, but apart from that, he's done fuck all.
No. Well, the thing is, when Big Sam was there, him and Sacco linked them. They was like a partnership, weren't they? And then he got put out on the wing, and that probably knocked his confidence going out there.
And I think that's got a lot to do with it. Players, Sacco and him, we got the best out of them when they played together up front.
Let's talk about a bit there for Sacco before we go on to the last bits and pieces.
Only made it half time,
yeah. I know, but there's not much to talk about in the second half.
Let's wrap the game up then. 3-0 win.
All right, 3-0. Like a couple of Faguli had a couple of chances.
Yeah,
he should have done better with a three of them. An header that was a free header in the box, and
if that was Andy Carroll, that's in, isn't it?
And then he probably scored the one that was the hardest out there.
Probably.
Valencia went through, then he hit it wide.
Hit it wide again, but
then that before.
Then Faguli did wrap it up and 3-0. Took his goal well. Yeah. Couple of nasty challenges out there.
They did leave a bit in, didn't they?
They were shift fouling.
He got booked for his celebration, didn't he? But he didn't actually take his shirt off.
He tried.
He pulled it up, didn't he?
He put it over his back of his head. That was it. They booked him for that, which I think was a bit silly. They actually did have a couple of chances as well. Randolph pulled off a good save.
Yeah, a little 5-minute spell, didn't they?
Yeah. They grew into the game.
They was decent in spells, but
that was it. It was just
they had their moment last week, didn't they?
Yeah.
We controlled them very well though tonight. I thought we was solid at the back.
We didn't let them isolate Antonio like it did last week. That's one good thing. So I think we learned from the mistakes we made.
Reason why, because Nordvet was told to help him back when he
shift him over. Yeah. Anyway, that's that done. But let's one more thing before we do leave. The Afro-Sacco.
We ain't going nowhere.
We're leaving tonight. Yeah. Well, I'm just saying I want to go home. You know what I mean? It's like 12:30 at night now. The Afro-Sacco, obviously, something's going on. Reporters of going for a medical. Snapchat today. Who said I'm going for a medical? What's going on with this kid? I mean,
he's already failed a medical.
No,
but then he was saying he didn't have a medical.
He didn't go. He had a picture of him sitting in his house going, who says I'm going for a medical.
It's weird, isn't it? It's just a weird situation with him. Refused to go to USA because he was injured. Refused then to go to Austria. Obviously not had any pre-season at all.
There's obviously a problem, and it stems back from the Arsenal game last season at home. Bilic and him fell out. Yeah. I don't like his attitude. I couldn't care less.
But he's played since, hasn't he? Because he played in the United game. He scored one of the last goals at the Bowling.
I know, but that's because we had no choice.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you fall out, this is what I don't understand, right? He's Copium because Carroll started against Arsenal, right? Carroll then went on to score
got a hat-trick.
Mm-hmm. So for me, as much we didn't win the game, fair enough, but the gaffer's got it right. By dropping him and starting Carroll. He had his game plan, he stuck to it. Carroll scores hat-trick, right? And I get. You want a player to be disappointed he ain't playing. You don't want a player to be, fair enough, then I'll just sit on the bench and take my wages. Look at Winston Bogart when he played for Chelsea. No, you ain't selling me, I'm going to play him in the reserves. You don't want a player like that. But since that Arsenal game, he's completely changed. His demeanour's changed. Everything about him has changed.
He don't look happy, even when you see him training and with the other player. He just don't look like he wants to be part, and he obviously wants to go. He must be desperate to go if he was going to go to West Brom. Like I said, no disrespect to West Brom, but For me, that's a huge step down.
You're not going to leave us and go. It's like what Mo Diarmi done, didn't he? I think
if Big Sam would have been at Sunderland,
he'd have gone Sunderland.
He would have probably gone Sunderland.
I mean, my attitude is I want to play. I want to play for the club. If I don't want to play for the club, then
like I said before, I don't care if it's Payet. If Payet don't want to play for West Ham, Payet can go. You don't want players like that. But Sakho's got to think to himself now. Right, what do I do? Can I just put my head down, apologise to the squad, apologise to Bilic? You don't have to apologise to us because all he has to do is come out and put the ball in the back of the net, and the fans will forget.
Exactly.
As long as he puts that ball in that net and plays and shows 100%, that's all we want. But I can't see it. I think he'd go, and I could see him maybe going somewhere like Crystal Palace deadline day or someone like that.
Oh, you were saying about the goal scoring. He got the 7 in 9 and then 3 in whatever it was. Don't you think that stemmed from he's gone from playing with another forward, so we're 2 attackers, 2 strikers, to a single striker.
He's been chucked out on a wing a lot.
He's played,
None of that. I mean, everyone's quick to slate Andy Carroll. He's got a worse injury record than Carroll.
Oh yeah, no, I totally agree. That's what I mean. I think if he stays fit, but this goes back to my point of why have we not tried playing 2 up top?
Because it's not how we play now.
Because I think that's
no
just
one really plays like that
that's the standard. It's the one up front in it, but we haven't got that striker that can play. I mean, Andy Carroll, but that's when he brings players like Payet and Lanzini into play.
But
with a nod down.
When you talk about playing 2 up front now, when you look at our normal squad, our midfield consists of Chiate, Noble, Lanzini, Payet, and whoever. Yeah, who are you going to drop out of them to fit Sakho in? Like, who's going to be left out? Because I wouldn't leave anyone out.
Just no one at the back.
Yeah. but then
like Antonio, you know what I mean?
If you go 2 up top, then you don't push your fullbacks as far forward. You know, you have fullbacks that are more defensive.
We have not seen a top quality forward at West Ham for many years.
Since Dean Ashton, I'd say.
Yeah, I think Dean Ashton as a all-round front man, but I'm talking about as a prolific 25 goal a season striker. We ain't seen it since Cotty.
Hartson.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't. He scored it one season. I like Johnny Hartson.
And then the incident that happened, and
no, that incident was like we spoke to him. It was, you know, he admitted himself he had home problems, he had gambling problems, he had, you know, it all stems from that. It wasn't because he wasn't a 25 a goal season striker. I mean, he's a very good goal scorer, but he's not. What I'm saying is, we've got an Andy Carroll, we've got a figure like him who will score goals if he stays fit. Yeah, I'm talking about that nippy 25 goal striker, plays off the shoulder. Michael Owen,
but the Argentinian with what's his name?
Hilarious. Yeah. But they're a 25 nowadays. 25, 30 goal seasons are rare in the Premier League. But you don't get many of them.
For me, we are crying out, and we've been crying out for the past couple of seasons. We need a poacher. We just need, like as we said before, like a Defoe. Someone when they're in that 18-yard box.
Yeah, but you can only play a poacher with 2 up front.
Exactly.
You can't put one up a poacher. You can't put a Defoe up front on his own.
And that's it.
I mean, that Cleary looks sort of player who drifts into the box late.
But
I know Cleary looks good. I mean, like I said,
goal scoring record ain't great.
I've only ever seen him on YouTube, and he looks good. But listen, Premiership is totally different to these Argentinian leagues.
You can't judge them on them, no. You can't judge anyone.
Look,
some of the best forwards in the world have come here. Hernan Crespo, at the time, was one of the best forwards in the world. Andrei Shevchenko at the time. There was no better forward in the world than him when Chelsea signed him. And they both come here and they both flopped on their arseholes.
But then when you look at, like, with Sakho, when we first signed him, he wasn't that prolific in France. You know, he only got 15 in about 30. You know, and then he scored
but as he said, 7 in 9.
Yeah, but
and what since?
But that's 7 in 9. 7 in 9 as playing with 2 strikers.
Yeah, but the thing is, all strikers, a striker at one point in their career
will go for a purple
will get a run. They get 1 goal, then they get 2 goals, and it'll carry on. And look at Vardy, broke Nistelrooy's record because he had confidence going into the next game that he's got that in his head. I'm going to score. See, a Jamie Vardy would have been perfect for us.
Yeah, but they talk. See, the thing about that Vardy thing is, right? They had Vardy at the table bang, money down, accepted by Leicester. They had him at the table. He turned Arsenal down, but he was sitting there talking to us, and by all accounts, he said, I looked in his eyes and he's only interested in the money. Well, of course he is. He's not a fucking West Ham fan. And what is Carlos fucking Becker doing now?
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
That's like dragged on.
I don't know. It just like Vardy would have been perfect. Again, he's that pacey. I know he's 29, but so is Becker. Yeah, but he's that pacey, proven goal scorer in the Premier League. Now, I'm not a massive fan of his, but it's different to what we've got, and he's got a proven calibre and he's got a proven quality, and it's less money than we're going to pay for Becker if he comes, and it don't look like he is, and Becker wants probably twice as much money as what he did. It was a no-brainer. He was sitting around the table and he was ready to sign a contract. If you give him $100,000 a week, give him $100,000 a week. It doesn't make any sense to me.
But like you said, if you're going to end up paying Becker that, then you should have paid Vardy that.
It's good. It's all right saying that in hindsight. Yeah, of course.
Exactly,
but
I still think there's a big deal to be done at West Ham, though. I still think they're going to pull something off.
We do need a pacier forward, because for me, we play too deep to have Andy Carroll as a lone striker. You know, we need someone else. We need someone with a bit of pace.
I think it would just save, go and spend all the money on a right back, another midfielder, and put Antonio up front. Save the money on the striker, because he could do a job up there. He's pacey. He's strong. He can run. He's head of a ball.
I think West Ham are in this situation now with the stadium, the TV money, where they can go out tomorrow and offer whatever they want for whatever striker they want and make a statement. And that's, for me, that's what we need to do. Okay. We need to show we are serious about being one of the big
One
boys.
thing I do want to say about the stadium as well is I'm glad that the cameras, TV cameras, are the dugout side, because if they would have been this side, I noticed in the second half, just like Wembley, it was all empty.
Yep.
You know?
After 80 minutes, it was all empty. That was ridiculous.
People just want to get home, don't they?
It's difficult as well. It's all new. People have got to try and find their feet about how to get home and things like that. Like, you can't really look at tonight as a thing, you know, atmosphere-wise or any other-wise.
I mean, Sunday will be another not a great atmosphere because it's an exhibition game. Like, you know what I mean? You got the opening ceremony. Don't know what they're doing, but you got that. But the Bournemouth game at home.
Jesus Christ, please, I beg you now, please do not show us up on live TV. Come on, man.
They're bringing that rapper back. Didn't you know?
Please, just look. Just do something.
While the game's going on, he's walking around the crowd. I mean, the Bournemouth game will be totally different. That first Premier League game will be massive at the Olympic Stadium.
Anyway, we'll wrap it up there. Thank you very much for watching this edition of West Ham Fan TV's Post-Match Pint. We'll be back next week for the Chelsea game. I want to say something before we go and leave here tonight. I mean, as I'm looking at the clock now, it is 12:30 at night. Obviously, this studio is 5 minutes up the road from the old bowling ground, and now it's taken us, hour and a half to get home. We've walked out of the stadium. Obviously, it's all new to us. It's a brand new thing, so we didn't really know what we was doing. But we've had a trial tonight. What I'm going to have to say, boys, look, we're going to have to knock these night games, these Europa League games, if we progress any further, post-match pints on the head, because we can't, we've all got to get out for work for the morning. This poor bastard's got to be in work in half an hour or something. But yeah, we've all got to get out for work in the morning, so we can't be sitting in here till 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Away games will be all right.
Yeah, no, it'll be normal all the way through. FA Cup, you know, obviously if we travel away, we normally do it the next day anyway. Yeah. On the odd occasion, like Chelsea, that it is at the night time.
If we don't go to the away game in the Europa League, we'll probably all watch it together so we can...
Yeah, we can do something there. But what we're going to start doing from the Olympic Stadium, if we progress into this Europa League and their nighttime games, is we're going to just do a little 15-20 minute thing at the stadium between the four of us. We'll find somewhere to sit around. We'll get the microphone out. We'll get some chips or a hamburger or something. And we'll have just
sausage.
Yeah, sausage and bun. Yeah, you have to hold the bun like that, but the sausage is hanging out each side. Yeah, but we'll have something like that because we it's too much. Like FA Cup, Premier League.
I mean, maybe next time we'll give it a go. Obviously, we'll take the car and see how it goes.
We'll give it a try, but I'm just saying, I'm just giving you a heads up, for the future post-match pints for Europa League games, especially at home. If you know, if we're going to the games,
Finito.
yeah, we're gonna have to try and sort something else out. Not that it affect our season because you know there's still 50, you know, something like that games to go if we go further in the cups and that. Like, but yeah, we're just gonna have to knock this one on here. We'll do something different, a little.
Mix it up a bit.
Yeah, we'll mix it up a bit. Yeah, we're going to start thinking. We've got a new badge that we're going to bring out for the Chelsea game. Someone's redesigned that.
Post-match siesta outside the stadium. We're having a little sleep.
We've got a new logo that's been designed by someone, so we're going to be showing you that just before the Chelsea game. It has had a little sneak appearance somewhere. I'm not going to tell you where, but it's had a little sneak appearance somewhere on some of our videos already.
On his arm.
Yeah, so we'll be back next week for the Chelsea game. What?
Telling him to look into the camera.
Oh, look into the camera. Don't forget to go and follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/West Ham Fan TV, Twitter @West Ham Fan TV, Snapchat, Instagram. Anything else?
Store.
Oh, we've got a new store up. Obviously, we're all modelling, except for Ryan. He couldn't. He won't wear a t-shirt. That ain't been ironed. We've all got stores up, so go and visit our store. We'll leave the link in the description below. Our website, www.westhamfan.tv. You can go and see the store on there. There's something else I want to tell you. Look out for a separate video tomorrow. But anyway, I'll leave it there, boys. It's a good win in the Europa League, and we'll be back for Chelsea. Come on, you Irons.